what right is the beneficiary have? Okay, what does that mean? I'm in a relationship with a man for 24 years, put me in his will. I'm the one taking care of him all these years. You understand that taking care of somebody that you're not married to, right, or you're the kid of, is like, even if you are married to him, taking care of somebody does not entitle you to anything. Okay, that's just the way it is, right? And the kids are rotten. His children only call or visit when they feel like it. Sometimes didn't hear from them a month or weeks. He wasn't able to care for himself, fell, can't get up. Not strong enough to help him up and call his son to come. He declined it. Okay. Ambulance took father to hospital, surgery after surgery in ICU. No next of kin by his side. I'm the only one for him. Son only come by or call last few weeks out of 6 weeks. Father asked son to throw away soiled recliner. After his death, father's death, I guess, recliner was untouched. Father asked the son to help me clean and move heavy stuffs and throw away to make room when he come home from hospital. Son said, no time, going out with my girlfriend. This poor man passed away. Children refused to let a doctor put a life support to save his life. Soon after death, children searched for his will, find out I am beneficiary. Besides the 2 kids, they immediately took his car from me and threatened to call police to arrest me if I'm in the house alone without their presence. How can I get my share as beneficiary? Okay, let's assume that you've got a copy of this thing. Let's hope you've got a copy of the will. Otherwise, it might just come up missing, and you don't want that. So then you take the will to an attorney as a beneficiary. I'm guessing, you may not have been named in the thing as the executor or the personal representative, as we like to say these days. If you were not mentioned, if you were not nominated to do that, and the kids aren't moving, then go ahead quickly and get that done. Open the probate estate. Now, the kids took the car from you under state law, the next of kin, if there's no probate estate. See, if there's no probate estate, then they can transfer title to the vehicle. This is why you got to get the probate filed right away. And even if you're not named, let's say one of those rotten kids is named as the executor, let's say, or as the personal representative, you can still do it. You're a beneficiary. They're not taking care of business. So you can get in there and, and the way you do it is you file and, you ask to be appointed. If nobody objects in a short period of time, very short period of time, then the court will appoint you as the personal representative. And then you go about your business. You can change the locks if there's a house or whatever, you can change the locks. You can get the vehicle back, right? And then you can distribute. So so what you want to do, don't sit around. Don't let things happen, because very, very difficult. As you know, with anything else in life, it's very difficult to unwind a situation. That's difficult. Much better to get it done correctly in the first place. And since you're in the will, see, you know how most of these, the setup here, I took care of the guy and the kids hated him or didn't show up, and they're very neglectful kids, and I'm the one who took care of them. The way these usually wind up is there is no will, and the person wants to get, some reimbursement or just not kicked out in the gutter, in the first 5 minutes. Well, they can't evict you from the house. If you're living in the house, they can't evict you anyway without going through the eviction process. And if you are the personal representative appointed by the court, then they can't evict you at all because they don't have authority. Do you see? So that's why you need to, ungrateful kids, nothing more common, right? As Shakespeare said, there's, how to go, sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have an ungrateful child. All right, that was in King Lear. Look it up. But ungrateful children are horrible. Even Shakespeare knew that. So, but that's not the point. It doesn't entitle you to anything. The fact that you're in the will, that does entitle you to something, whatever it was he left you in the will. And now you need to get yourself a lawyer. You need to get filed in probate court. And you need to get a move on with this thing before other things happen, bad things happen.